The power of the dad. Let me just tell you, if you want a strong church, and I doubt there's nobody in here that doesn't want a strong church, then we need strong families. Can we agree on that? A strong church equals strong families. But you know that Father's Day did not become a national holiday until like 1972. You know, and it took a woman. It was a daughter who was the youngest of six that wanted to celebrate her dad because her dad was a widow and lost his wife, and he raised all six, and then she wanted to do something to celebrate, you know, her dad. And then it became Father's Day. The first Father's Day celebration was in Spokane, Washington, and in the early 1900s, but it really didn't catch on. I think Woodrow Wilson and another president, I can't remember who else, kind of perpetuated it, kind of grew Calvin Coolidge. But sometimes we get kind of left behind on the acknowledgement and sometimes I think it's because we don't, we in general sometimes meet up to the needed expectations of our families. And so I want to celebrate you because obviously you have demonstrated your intentionality by being here today. And I want to I just want to encourage you and remind you and I want to say how proud I am to see some of these young people in this room. I think it's so cool. We see so many generations in this room today. But I also want to say to some of you all that are my age or older, and I'm 66. I just turned 66. Guys, you're not done yet. These young men need you. Don't think I've been there, done that. You know, yeah, I had you guys stand up, been there, done that, dads. That doesn't mean you're done. Once a dad, always a dad. You know, we have Dad University. Nobody ever graduates. Once a dad, always a dad. Bro, you know, the very first Dad University, we did a half-day, full-day Dad University. My dad was 80 years old, and he attended Dad University. And some people would say, well, why would an 80-year-old man attend Dad University? Well, number one, because his son was in charge, and he was at everything, okay? But number two, because he was still a dad. He felt like there was still things to learn. He was a granddad. My dad, fortunately, is not with us anymore, but fortunately, he lived long enough to teach me not only how to be a dad, he showed me what it looked like to be a granddad. Not everybody has that. And you guys not everybody in this room maybe had that modeling. You know, maybe nobody ahead of you bestowed that to you. But you know what? You then are the cycle breaker. You're the one from your generation down can redirect the future and be the legacy that you want your family to have, because of your leadership and your love.